Hi everyone, my name is Janine and I am a certified yoga and mindfulness instructor. And today's video is going to be about everything that you need to know when you're about to take your very first yoga class. I wanted to make this video because I feel that people want to try yoga, but they don't necessarily know what to expect. So I'm going to take you on a little journey, tell you about how it was when I started my first class, when I had my first class, and then talk to you about the do's and the don'ts when preparing for your very first class. So my very first class, I started yoga at age 45, and I went to this gym, and the instructor was a Bikram hot yoga instructor. So I didn't know anything about yoga, and I certainly didn't know anything about hot yoga. So I signed up for the class and I showed up, and I just showed up. I mean, I really wasn't prepared. I didn't have a sweat towel. I didn't have a bottle of water. Um, I just showed up, and and I'll say that it was an amazing experience. It was definitely hard because I didn't know the moves. I didn't know the prompts or the cues. I didn't know the language she was using to describe the movements. And I just basically followed along as best as I could. I went home. I was soaking wet from head to toe. I took a shower and I went to bed and I slept for 4 hours. That was the best sleep I had had, and I don't remember when. It was such a deep, restful sleep. And so I knew there was something to this. And I said, I wasn't prepared. I didn't really know what I was doing, but I know how good I felt afterwards. And that sleep and that rest spoke to me. So I went back and I started taking classes, and that is when I began my yoga journey. So I'm hosting a class in a few weeks on March the 18th. And for anyone who is preparing to come to this class, I wanted to get you prepared. So we're going to talk about some do's and some don'ts. First, let me say that when you're getting ready to start any exercise program, no matter what it is, you should consult with your doctor, okay? But let's start with some of the do's, okay? And I have my little checklist here. So the first do when you're getting ready to go to a yoga class is you want to be hydrated. You want to drink plenty of water, okay? Because water and being hydrated is going to help your body as you're moving through the poses, moving through the asanas. It's going to help your muscles, okay? So you want your body to be well hydrated. The second do is dress comfortably, okay? You want to come to yoga class wearing loose fitting clothes, or if you like, tighter fitting clothes to hold you in and support you, whatever it feels comfortable for you. You don't want to wear anything that's constricting, that doesn't have any give or room to move, such as jeans. But you want to wear something comfortable, okay? And you may even want to wear something that wicks the sweat off of your body, okay? Because even though people don't think that yoga is a strenuous exercise, it will cause you to sweat, okay? And depending on how much you sweat, you may even want to bring a change of clothes or a dry t-shirt that you can put on after you finish your practice, okay? So that was do number 2. Number 1 is hydrate. Number 2, dress comfortably. Number 3, bring a towel, because 9 times out of 10 you will sweat. Okay? So bring a towel. Number 4, If you have any injuries, any issues with ankles, knees, back, whatever, hip, whatever, let your instructor know so that they are mindful in regards to um, how they sequence the class and can provide you with modifications if necessary. Okay. Um, Number 5, arrive early. Um, you don't want to rush into your class and it's already started and you're trying to squeeze in and set your mat up and all that. Give yourself time to get there and position where you want to be in the class. If you want to be in the front, or if you want to be in the back. A lot of newbies like to hide in the back. I know I did. I would set my mat up in the very back of the class because I was not sure what I was doing and I didn't really want anyone watching me figure it out. So arrive early, get settled, use the restroom, sit on your mat. You may want to take a few minutes to just begin to settle in and start to deepen your breath and just close your eyes and prepare your mind and your body for what you're about to experience. So those are, and lastly, be curious. When you come to your first yoga class, come with excitement, come with curiosity, come with no judgment, and come with an open mind and heart to receive. Okay? I hope you love it as much as I do. And I think you will if you come with that kind of attitude. So next, we're going to talk about the don'ts. Okay? So, first thing I would recommend that you don't do when you're coming to your very first yoga class is eat a full meal. I don't recommend eating before your first class. I would say wait. If you're going to eat something light, like a piece of fruit or yogurt or something like that. And if you do eat a heavy meal, eat it at least 2 hours before your class. Because if you come to class with a full stomach, you may become nauseous, as you're moving through the poses. Some of the poses have you bending over and twisting to the side. And, if you have a full stomach, you might become nauseated. Okay? Don't number 2, don't wear heavy perfumes, heavy colognes, and even heavy makeup. This practice is going to make your body sweat. You're going to warm up the body, okay? And sometimes yoga spaces are very small, and you don't want to overwhelm the class with a heavy scent of perfume or a heavy scent of cologne. And also, when you're perspiring, you don't want the makeup to end up clogging your pores and have your mascara running, and after class you look like a raccoon. You don't want that. So as minimal as possible, okay? Some instructors do like to introduce a little aromatherapy, possibly at the end of class during our resting pose, which is called Shavasana. And sometimes they may come around with a towelette with a nice essential oil, but you can refuse it if you don't want it. That's just some nice features that some yoga instructors provide, and I probably will incorporate some type of aromatherapy just because I know the benefits of it, and I enjoy it, but everyone may not, and so that's okay. But you don't want to introduce some lavender oil scent to the class and you already have a room full of scents. Okay, it may not be a good combination. It might make people sick or impact people's allergies. Okay. Next thing that you don't want to do, don't be surprised if during class things happen. Our bodies are moving, and sometimes we move in ways that cause our bodies to expel gas. So if you've ever been in a gym class or yoga class or whatever, and someone passes gas, we all giggle and everything, and then you just keep going with it. Sometimes these things can happen, and so you don't want to be too embarrassed over things that naturally happen with our bodies. Sometimes our bones creak and pop, and you'll just hear different noises, or hear different sounds or things in class, and it's okay. Okay, so don't be embarrassed. The next thing that you don't want to do is compare yourself to others. This is your practice. If this is your first time coming to yoga class, listen, nobody's expecting you to be able to bend like a pretzel. I've been practicing yoga for almost 10 years, and there are still poses that I am not able to physically do. Okay, that's why it's called a practice. And so you don't want to get into your head when you're in class and start comparing yourself to the person to the left or to the right of you. Just be on your mat and listen to the voice and the instruction of your instructor and go with the flow, okay? And just enjoy the moment. Don't think about the past. Don't think about the present. Don't think about the future. Think about the present moment when you're in class. Don't push yourself if you feel pain, okay? This is a definite don't. You don't want to push any part of your body. If you come into a posture and you're feeling pain anywhere in your body, back out of the posture, okay? You want to listen to your body, and you don't want to injure yourself. So that's another don't. And lastly, don't get discouraged. This is your first class, and hopefully it'll be the first of many, but it's a process. It's a learning curve, and it's a practice. So don't beat yourself up if you didn't do downward facing dog exactly as you think it should be done. You're learning. Give yourself grace. Always give yourself grace when you are learning new things, okay? So don't get discouraged. You can do yoga. Anybody can do yoga. Everybody can do yoga. There's all kinds of modifications and different ways. And so it's not unattainable. It's something you definitely can do. So if you've gotten this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to look out for my next video where I'm going to talk about the use of yoga props in class. And I look forward to sharing that with you in the near future. And again, I hope this video was helpful for you. Again, my name is Janine, and I'm a certified yoga and mindfulness instructor. And you can find me on Instagram at yogi.queen53, and my YouTube channel also is yogi.queen53. So you have an amazing rest of your day, and thank you for watching.